Ellen Lesner, ILT Development Coordinator at Abingdon and Whitney College, believes assistive software has to be embedded in the learning culture of the college if it is to make the maximum impact on the needs of individual learners. Text Help Read and Write and Inspiration are two examples of assistive software that can promote effective learning.
It's just about knowing how you prefer to learn and having the tool to do it with. But you also need to start with making sure that every computer that's accessible to students and staff have the widest range of useful software, and to make sure that it becomes a normal part of tutorial culture.
Ultimately, I think it will enable learners, students, to work on their own.
I think this is a very practical way of giving real responsibility to the students, which I think we talk about, but in fact we haven't ever given them the tools that would enable them to make real decisions about how they learn.
Mark Gregory completed an Access to HE course last year and believes that assistive software was instrumental in gaining his place on a geography degree course at Oxford Brookes University.
I knew I was dyslexic. I found it difficult to actually produce and edit work and things like that. Text Help is wonderful in that it lets me actually proofread my work. Previously, I had to get somebody else to proofread my work. It was a pain because they wouldn't necessarily get the ideas I was trying to put across in it or things like that. But now, using Text Help, it actually reads the work back to me. I can hear what I've written and actually know compare it to what I was actually trying to say.
At the beginning of the year, as part of the study skills course that I was teaching, I introduced him and everybody else to Text Help Read and Write. His confidence zoomed and he completed the course very successfully.
I use Inspirations as a mind mapping program. I use that to actually prepare writing my essays. It's brilliant for just brainstorming because you can use it for doing spider diagrams and just working out where you want the different sort of ideas to go in. You can then move the ideas around to actually put them into some sort of plan of your essay.
It helps stimulate, I think, the creative taste buds. And I think this is where that particular software scores very highly.
That's good. Should we write the word underneath?
I put the subject I'm doing and then I branches off it. It's like brainstorming, made easier, because if you write it, it just gets all jumbled up. Some of my friends are dyslexic, they've been asking me about it and I've recommended that they do this course and use Inspiration for their work. And I've taught some of my friends how to use the programme. The
students are able to experiment a little bit because you can correct your work.
I think the biggest change is that if I ask the question, I find out that there are a lot more people using it than I thought possible. But there are an awful lot of people who are using it quietly and normally.
This should have been going 50 years ago, just after Dunkirk.
Oh yeah, marvellous. That spell checker would have saved me.
That spell checker would have saved me a lot of smack around the ears.
It's actually given me the independence to be able to take responsibility for my own work.
My mum's noticed my moods have changed to being much happier because I used to come home be really grumpy because I wasn't getting on with my work. But now I've just got this distinction.
Well, that's great.
Just happy.
You do see people light up a lot, when you're showing them something like Inspiration or text read back, and most people go into teaching because they like to see people light up occasionally.